My brother asked me to be his best man after stealing my fiancée. So I agreed, not because I forgave him, because I had finally learned the truth about their affair, and I knew their perfect wedding was built on lies. My brother, Tobias, called me one Tuesday afternoon and asked if we could meet for coffee. I said yes, maybe because he was still my brother, maybe because part of me still cared, even after everything. We met at the diner our father used to take us to before he passed away. After a few minutes, Tobias looked at me and said, "I know this is strange, but I want you to be my best man." I just stared at him. 18 months earlier, my fiancée Sabine had ended our relationship with a text message only 3 weeks before our wedding. 4 days later, she moved in with Tobias. The two of them had been close throughout our entire relationship. I told him I needed time to think. He mentioned the wedding was only 2 months away. Then he added that Sabine specifically wanted me there. And finally, he told me she was pregnant. That part hit me the hardest. I drove home and sat in my car for nearly an hour. Then I called Desmond, the friend who was supposed to be my best man before everything fell apart. After listening quietly, he asked me one question. "Did you ever watch the videos from your bachelor party?" I hadn't. After the breakup, I couldn't bear looking at anything connected to that time. Desmond told me he had something important to show me. Something he should have shown me long ago. That night, he sent me a video, 47 seconds, recorded in the hallway of the cabin where we held my bachelor party. The footage showed Tobias leaving a bedroom at 2 in the morning while buttoning his shirt. A few seconds later, Sabine walked out wearing one of his t-shirts. Before going back inside, they kissed. The timestamp showed it happened 9 months before she left me. I watched that clip again and again. Then I called Tobias back. "I'll be your best man." He sounded so relieved he nearly cried. Over the next several weeks, I played my role perfectly. I attended dinners. I raised toasts. I congratulated them. I even told Sabine she looked wonderful with the pregnancy. By then, she was 7 months along. One evening, I casually asked Tobias if he'd ever considered a paternity test. He laughed. "Why would I need one?" I shrugged. "Just asking." Someone from work skipped one and regretted it later. That single comment stayed in his head for weeks. Meanwhile, I helped organize his bachelor party at the same cabin with many of the same friends, including a guy named Pierce. Back then, Pierce was just a coworker. But after seeing the video, certain memories started making sense. He always paid extra attention to Sabine more than anyone realized 2 weeks before the bachelor weekend. I sent him a message. I told him everything. I explained what I knew and asked for the truth. 10 minutes later, he called me in tears. According to Pierce, he had been involved with Sabine before Tobias ever was. She had even told him she planned to leave me for him. Then she suddenly disappeared and showed up with Tobias instead. He also revealed that 6 months earlier, Sabine had drunkenly texted him asking if he remembered a weekend in March. March was the month she became pregnant. The rehearsal dinner took place at a vineyard. When it was time for the best man speech, I stood up with 2 prepared versions. I chose the second one. I thanked Tobias for being my brother. I thanked Sabine for finding the love she wanted. Then I said I had one final gift for the happy couple, and because family shouldn't keep secrets, I wanted everyone to see it. I played the 47-second video. The room froze. The only sound was one of my aunts whispering, "Oh my God." Then I handed Tobias a sealed envelope. I told him it contained DNA test results. I hadn't opened it. I wanted him to see it first. By then, Sabine was already crying. Tobias opened the envelope with trembling hands. He read the results once, and again, the color drained from his face. Finally, he looked across the room at Pierce, who had driven 6 hours to be there. Pierce simply nodded. That was enough. The wedding never happened. 3 days later, Tobias moved out. When the baby was born in October, Pierce stepped in and raised him as his own. Tobias still calls me occasionally. I never answer. Last month at our mother's birthday party, he cornered me in the kitchen. He asked why I exposed everything in front of everyone. Why I didn't just tell him privately. I looked at him for a long moment, because private is how your affair started.